All right.
We're live.
We're live.
Thank you.
And you can adjust in terms of like zooming in or zoom out, whatever you want to do.
All right, got it under control. Afternoon, everybody. Coming to you from Farmers Branch, Dallas, Texas, for the Scouts' third game in the National Silver Stick qualifying event. Our resident broadcaster today, Alex, is going to take a game off. He has family in to watch Jack play live, so I'm going to step in and try to fill his big shoes here. Got about a minute left in warm-ups, and Scouts get ready in their blue kits to take on the Houston Junior Arrows in Game 3. Fairly successful start to the tournament for the Scouts as they negotiated a tie with the Dallas Penguins, and then a very convincing 8-1 win last night over Team Mexico. Today will prove to be a very pivotal 2 games in the outcome of this tournament. One 0-1 for the Scouts, I believe. Check the scoreboard, but Arrows have played 2 games as well, and they are 1-1. So the nice part about this is that the Scouts, I believe, have a route to the 2 seed and control of their own destiny with the win. So we don't have to waste any time rooting for anybody else to be bad at hockey. We could just be our best and get this thing into tomorrow for bracket play. Fairly simple. Yeah. Try to show the Yeti as much as you can. Oh, it's behind the... There's the Yeti.
How do you add points?
Ham's taking care of everything remotely. 15 minutes on the clock, and both teams break their huddle, and we'll get going here. Looks like Scouts will trot out Jacob Geneva. Played fantastic in Game 1 against the Dallas Penguins. Very highly rated opponent in that game. He's definitely the shorter of the two goalies in this game, as the Arrows appear to be trotting out that guy's got to be 6'6" on skates. All right, whistle sounds and we'll get going here. Scouts should start out here with, looks like we're gonna roll out Juju and Jack on defense with Duffy, Dungy, and Gregory up front. Juju gets control of the draw and sends one in deep, and we'll have a quick whistle for icing as Juju just on the wrong side of the red line. Face off to the right of Geneva. Kicks back to the midboards where whistle sounds. Whoa. Scouts are out fast on a break, and it looks like we're going to take a mulligan and do this again.
I think it touched one of our players on the bench.
Face off.
I think that's what they just said.
From the dot, shot hits Geneva up high and kicks to the near corner. Dungy tries to clear. Natishin now will get it out of the zone, push through center ice. As turnover created, and puck still dancing on the blue line. As the whistle sounds and the puck kicks over the boards. 14:27 to play in the first. Faceoff's going to go deep into the scout zone. Happ, Keone, and Burgoon out there now with Smith and Hoffine. Happ to take the face-off, wins it back to Smith. He pins it up far corner. Swing it back to Hoffine, gets past him, and Burgoon will support. Midboards up to the blue line and out to center ice. Happ in pursuit as Houston takes the zone. Stretch pass from Burgoon goes past Keone and all the way down the ice. And another whistle. Choppy start here. As we'll do this face-off again to the right of Geneva. Happ to take it. Happ, Burgoon, and Keone. Shot from the blue line is low and on target. Kicked aside. Nice job by Smith, midboards far side.
Get behind the net.
Real strong. Happ providing support. Kicks one up to Keone. Keone. Cross to Burgoon. Now Burgoon takes center ice. He is quickly swallowed up by 4 Houston players as they gain control and kick it into the scout zone. Fitzpatrick out now with Dietz and Hockenauer as another pass through center ice goes wide of a scout stick and all the way down for icing. So here we go again. I just created a new player, Burgoon.
Burgoon.
Face-off goes behind the scout's net as Natishin chases. He comes out of the zone. Nice stretch pass to Fitzpatrick, but just ties him up at his skates. He's going to beat his player to the puck. Fitzpatrick's still on it, far corner. Tied up. Puck deep in the scout zone now, offensive zone. As it comes out, Dietz back to the blue line. Newton to Natition. Natition swings one down towards Hockenauer, who kicks one around back to Newton. Backhands one into the far corner. Fitzpatrick taking off the puck as the puck is still behind the Arrows net. Tied up. Midboards far side now.
Nice stick.
Kicks out to the middle, and Houston hits a flop shot out to center ice. They're going to be first to the puck, all alone as the rest of the team got a change as that pass goes out to neutral ice as Arrows dump. Hoffine behind his net with speed, kicks one midboards out towards Duffy. Puck still in the zone. Centering attempt is cut off by Duffy, and Hoffine will emerge. He's out with speed, going to go wide through center ice, take the zone, far dot, shot, low, save, and a whistle. Good rush there from the Scouts. Nice play from Archer there on defense, and to get through center ice with some speed, beat his man wide and was able to get a shot. This face-off is going to go to the left of the Arrows net. Have to take it, kicks it back to the blue line. Newton now sends one towards the net wide, goes far corner, Happ in pursuit. Puck near corner now. Multiple players trying to dig it out. Midboards out to center ice. Newton gathers, sends one back towards Smith and gets behind him. He backhands one behind the net. Newton takes a shot as now the Arrows centering attempt cut off by Happ, who kicks one over to Newton, and Newton will have time. High to Keone.
Get it there.
Great
Yes.
pass.
What a pass.
Keone takes the zone, able to get by his guy, but just lost control of the puck. As most scouts go in for a change, Keone's stuck in deep, taking a beating. Here's Dietz. Dietz, blue line, deflected, high slot, and out to center ice. Juju to Natition. Natition's got space. Kicks one back to Dietz. Dietz now from the midboards near side. Backhand behind the net. Sends one towards Juju. Centering attempt, nobody home. As the Arrows decide to try to clear, but that does not get out of the zone. Dietz now trips,
That's a trip.
and the hand goes up in the air, and the whistle sounds, and the Scouts will be the first to the man advantage. 10:39 to play in the first, 0-0.
Stanchions and inconvenience. You think at the quarter.
2 minutes on the board as the Scouts are going to take a man advantage here, 5-on-4. Dietz, Hockenauer, and Fitzpatrick are going to stay out. Hoffine and Smith. Hoffine
Oh shit!
tried to go far dot, lost control of the puck. Nonetheless, Hockenauer in front to Dietz, just shoots it wide. Hoffine sends one into the far near corner. Puck still not out. Hoffine switches it up to space for Fitzpatrick to chase. As still not out of the zone. Beautiful work by the Scouts blue line. Smith and Hoffine, and that one is going to get out. Will get on net as Hoffine will chase. Circle behind his net. Both teams get a full change. Hoffine's got speed. Going to go wide
Get up to
again.
him.
Send one across towards Duffy. Midboards near side. Duffy's going to reroute and get this puck back towards the blue line where Smith has time. D to D along the blue line. Natition from the dot. Walking in. Shot. Save. Puck loose in front. And the Arrows come away with it. Good opportunity there from the Scouts. As now shorthanded. Big hit from Duffy.
Nice job, Duffy.
Deep inside the zone. And here come the Scouts through center ice. As that pass from Duffy to Gregory just behind him throws off the tempo a little bit, and whistle sounds for offsides. Good scrum in front of the net there for the Scouts. 41 seconds remaining in the power play. Dungy, Duffy, and Gregory stay out with Natition and Newton on the blue line. Scouts take the zone, stays in, still in. High slot, Dungy. Now Duffy back to Natition. Natition has chances. Up front, high slot, backhand goes over the net. As the Scouts still chase it near corner. And that gets past Natition, and we'll get all the way down the ice for Newton, who will circle behind his net. A little bit of forechecking pressure, shorthanded. As puck hits the center ice, Arrows decide to chip it in. Goes to Newton.
Oh, no.
And the whistle sounds for a hand pass.
I think it was stuck in his stomach at first.
Back to full strength here with 8:38 to play in the first. Have to take the face-off to the right of Geneva.
Let me get another puck out.
Face-off goes back to the Arrows blue line. Mid-boards now. Keone tries to create a turnover, but really nice job getting back on that puck. Juju backhands one towards Hoffheim. Hap's going to take it. See his options. Hap goes through the middle of the ice. Good Lord, that was dangerous. And luckily the puck gets to center ice.
He knew what he was doing, Dad.
Hoffheim. And a whistle sounds. Juju's going to go to the box for roughing. Interference, actually, is what that call was.
Seeing anything. I feel for Alex because I don't get to watch the game at all. And I'm sure he doesn't either.
It's hard to watch. It's hard to see it.
Yeah.
So Juju goes to the
I
box.
am not good at this.
Scouts will go a man down as Dietz, Hockenauer, Newton,
No.
and Smith will be out there in charge of killing the penalty. Puck loose in front, kicks mid-boards near side as Houston sets up their power play. Puck now loose behind the Scouts' net. Smith doing a nice job.
Get him up front,
Kicks
Newton.
one loose.
Don't let him in there.
Good job by Smith. Really strong below his net. Still on the puck. Mid-boards now. Pass off the puck. Newton gathers. Tries to go high off the boards. He's taken down from behind. No whistle. Puck comes out front from the dot. Wasn't
Nice
able to get
job.
control. And another shot towards the net. Blocked. Far corner.
Oh my God.
Wow. Newton now sends one around the boards, not out from the blue line. Newton again is going to get another chance. He's going to carry it this time and just chip one out to
Good
the
job,
neutral
Nick.
zone.
You're
Real
gonna do
strong
it, do it
defense there
soon.
from the Scouts.
Get there, Newton. Nice
Great
job.
Newton. 41 seconds remaining on the Scouts penalty as Natition's going to backhand another one towards the Arrow zone. It's going to go all the way down, but no icing. Waved off. And Houston's going to try big stretch pass, take the zone, get a shot low and wide of Geneva. Fitzpatrick, beautiful job mid-boards near side to sweep one all the way down and chew up the last 10 seconds of this penalty. Turnover created. Short-handed.
Nice job.
Beautiful bird dog there from
Out of the box.
Gregory. Short-handed forecheck. Hap now through center ice, going to get control. Send one back towards his defense. Hoffein's going to dump one in from the wrong side. Waved off as Scouts are first ones there. Centering attempt, shot deflected wide as the Arrows come out of their zone to center ice. Take the zone and put the brakes on
Nice job.
as Dungy able to get one. Oh, is that Duffy? center ice. Scouts collect. Smith now. Back to Newton. Newton, just one stretch pass to Hap is enough, and he didn't see it as the Arrows take control and switch the field over their stick. Smith now. Smith across towards Hap. That's deflected. Arrows now. Here they come. Shot. Got behind Geneva and sat on the line. Late whistle. No chance the referee saw that puck. Smith came in late.
Crazy.
To be savior there. Holy buckets, that was close. Hap, Keone, and Burgoon out there. Natishin and Juju back to full strength. As a shot goes towards Geneva off the post. Loose in front again. And Juju sweeps it to the side. Up to Burgoon, who will take center ice with the puck. He dangles, gets by his man. Shot goes way over the net. Juju first one there. He's going to get back to the blue line. Swept towards Burgoon. Sends one in. Keone. Lucky. As the puck goes in behind the Arrows net. They're going to get to the blue line. Touch pass to center ice. Natishin's going to lose control of it. Turnover created. Beautiful job by Smith again. Puck comes in behind the Scouts net where Jack will control and survey his options. Bank one up towards Fitzy. Not able to control at center ice. As here come the Arrows now, 1-on-3. Great job by Hockenauer, who sends one all the way down the ice. Icing raised again. As Fitzy, of course, first one there. Great hustle. Hockenauer, Dietz. Fitzy's going to get a change. He's gassed. Smith and Hoffine out there now on the blue line. Smith sends one towards Dietz. Dietz is going to take a U-turn. Send one back to Smith. Smith, pass intercepted. All alone. Shot saved. And no rebound. Scouts lucky there. Telegraphed a pass across the middle, intercepted by Houston and Jacob. Comes up very strong. Duffy, Gregory, and Dungy out there now with Newton and Natishin. Dungy up to center ice. Puck dancing along the blue line. Arrows will take the zone low and wide. Newton, midboards far side. Gregory now. Out towards Duffy, but that pass is a little wide as here come the Arrows again. Wide, far side. Centering attempt goes right to the feet of Duffy, who collects it, sends one out towards Gregory. He'll take the zone, leave one for Natishin. Natishin surveying, still on the puck, leaves it for Gregory, deflected high to the slot as the whistle sounds for a high stick. Gregory's centering pass was deflected up into the rafters and hauled down by a high stick, so the whistle sounds and the face-off's going to come all the way back down into Jacobs' area. Hap, Keone, Burgoon out there with Hoffine and Juju. 2:40 to play in the first. Still 0-0. Hap wins one back to Juju. Sends one over towards Hoffine, near side. Hoffine with time. Puts on the brakes. Over to Juju. Juju's got Hap through the middle. Hap takes the zone. Hap in alone. Centering pass to Burgoon. Score! Griffin Hap. Beautiful exit strategy from their own zone there, as Griffin Hap again gets the scoring started for the Scouts. Had Burgoon all alone. I believe he took the shot. Nonetheless, puck ended up in the back of the net. As this line of Keone, Burgoon, and Hap continues to push. They're going to stay out there. Hoffine and Juju as well. Beautiful work across all 5 Scouts on that line. Hap wins it back to Juju again. Juju all the way across. Haps in again, taking off the puck as this line is starting to really click. Keone, wow, gets away with another check from behind. Puck loose through the center now as the Scouts get a change across most of this line. Hoffine back towards Newton. Newton.
Oh, buddy, don't do that, please.
Turns it over in his own zone as Smith forced to clean up. Dietz now. Banks one
There
up
it is.
towards Happ, who's still on the ice. Gotta get off. Good Lord. That's gonna be a tongue lashing. Newton near corner. Fitzpatrick out of the zone. Pinned up near side here. Sends one back towards Newton, who's gonna switch it up to Smith, who chips one out to center ice. Arrows take the zone, get a low, weak shot that goes wide of the zone. But Arrows still retain control of the puck. Stuck behind the Scouts' net. Newton far boards. Centering attempt goes through.
Go,
two
go, go.
Arrow
Go,
sticks,
Trey.
And here goes Fitzy. If he can beat his man, he's in alone. Fitzy taking off the puck. Backhand to the center where nobody's home. And here come the Arrows. End to
Stand him up.
end. Arrows take the zone. Going wide. Taken off the puck. Beautiful work from Juju.
Get him out of there.
Deflected shot near corner where Natishin will be the first one to it. He cuts through the middle and is going to go wide. Crossing past stretch to the center, turned over. Well, the Arrows will now take the zone and dump for a chase. Dungy has a second. Mid boards, up to Duffy. And turned over at center ice, and here comes the Arrows. Shot deflected high and over the net as the horn sounds, and the first period comes to an end.
I'm going to try to get a
Chaotic first period, a lot of action. As the Scouts retain a 1-0 lead.
Sorry, I'm trying to find the best one.
Right here.
Think so? This one's pretty good.
Unless this stuff's in the way.
This isn't bad. The only spot that you can't, I mean, you have a bolt. That other one's got a stanchion in the way the entire time. Oh, that one's really clear.
Yeah. You gonna try that
I
one?
don't want to screw up something if
No,
you're...
you're fine. I can move right here. It doesn't really matter. No, I think this would be perfect.
Yeah, that's a lot. That's a lot. Clear glass, plus it's a lot better.
It wasn't there earlier today. It's on the other side. Yeah. Or someone got pushed up like this, right? That needs to get back out. That's how to get that pushed to the locker room
Oh.
for his a sock.
All right, we're going to switch up the angle a little bit for you. Try to get some of these stanchions out of the way. Buzzer sounds and Scouts break their huddle. Switch ends and get this second period started. Looks like we'll roll out the Goblin Barrel line to start this thing up. Gregory, Dungy, and Duffy with Hoffine and Juju on defense. 15 minutes on the clock and we'll get going. Puck down. Scouts kicking into the Houston zone. Duffy, aggressive on the forecheck, far corner. Puck stuck there. Swings behind the Arrows net. They'll collect. Gregory, impressive forecheck, and now Duffy. Beautiful forecheck pressure here from the Scouts, keeping the puck in the zone. Duffy taking an absolute beating in the corner here. as the whistle sounds for icing.
Yeah, he was cross-shifting.
Love that line. That line grinds as hard as any line that we've seen this year. Duffy, Dungy, Gregory just getting in the corners and taking the cross checks. Love it. Hap now to take the face off. Back to his blue line where Smith will send it towards the center. Hap sends one over to Keone. Keone gets a shot. He scores! What a beautiful one-timer. Keone goes knee down, top bucket. What a shot. Backhand pass from Hap in the high slot over towards Keone, who was far dot. One-timer finds the back of the net, and the Scouts take a 2-0 lead. 45 seconds into the second period. Hap controls the face-off. Gonna get the zone. Here comes Burgoon, sends one in. Gets past the goalie. Hap's gonna get the corner here first. And
Who?
they're gonna get the really interesting. The near ref did not call the trip on Hap. The far ref did. Houston's going to the box for 2 minutes as a fruitful first 60 seconds of the second period. Scouts tally a goal and are going to go onto the power play. Dietz, Hockenauer, Fitzpatrick out there with Natishin and Newton. Scouts control back to the blue line. Fitzy gonna send one back to the blue line towards Newton. Newton and Fitzy play catch. Fitzy now, high slot, whiffs on the pass. Over towards Dietz, who's tied up, held. Natishin to Newton. Newton back to Natishin. Natishin to Hockenauer as the Scouts set up their power play. Newton towards Natishin. Hockenauer, shot blocked, still has control behind the net. Dietz. Natishin.
Good shot.
Dietz. Leaves it for Natishin. Sends one into Hockenauer. Hockenauer now. Loses control. He's swept off his feet. Far boards. The puck is stuck at underneath him. Whistle sounds for that scrum. As there's a minute 2 left on the Scouts power play.
78. 78 needs straightened out.
Face-off's going to go to the right of the Houston net. Dietz to take it. Hockenauer, Fitzpatrick stay out there. Hoffine and Juju come out. Face-off back to Hoffine. Sends one towards Fitzpatrick. It's intercepted, but the puck stays in and below the Houston net. Fitzy over to Dietz. Dietz, as the Scouts are going to set it up again. Hoffine sends one high towards Juju. Juju's going to send one in towards Fitzpatrick. Fitzpatrick, beautiful body play there as Hoffine pinches to send one back in. And it just gets past him and out of the zone. Nice coverage there from Hockenauer. Sweeps one to Juju. Juju to Dietz. Dietz taking off the puck, and Houston clears it all the way down with 15 seconds remaining. Whistle sounds for icing. Face-off will come all the way back to the Houston side of the ice. And with looks like 17 seconds remaining on the power play. Scouts will get Duffy, Dungy, and Gregory out there. Smith and Newton on the blue line. Face-off. One back to the blue line. Smith kicks it in the near corner. Duffy, midboard's far side, gonna hold on to it. He's taking off the puck, and Houston sends one
Not going to make it.
all
Get
the
there,
way down
boys.
the
Get there.
ice and be the first ones to it. Scouts control up to center ice.
Go, go, go. Go, go, go.
Beautiful, beautiful pass. What a pass.
That's hard work, boys. That's
What
hard
a pass from Dungy to Gregory. Taps it in.
work. That's awesome.
Open net. Beautiful hustle from that line again.
Good hustle.
As the Scouts kick one in to take a 3-0 lead. Golly, that puck just went through like 4 Houston sticks through center ice, made its way into the Houston defensive zone, and Gregory and Dungy were the first ones to it. They play catch and tap one in. Looks like the Arrows have requested a timeout. With 11:48 to play in the second period.
Watch that thing. They hit the board as it was moved off. I don't want it falling off.
All right, both teams come out of the timeout, face off to center ice. Dungy, Duffy, Gregory with that breather have earned the right to stay out there as Houston takes that timeout to get a little rush there towards the goal.
Got a little jazz.
Jacob gets a little wake-up call there. As the whistle sounds, he's able to cover it up. Scouts will switch it up now. Hap, Keone, Burgoon out there with, hard to tell from distance here, Newton and Smith. Hap sends one around to Keone, mid-boards near side. Keone gets control, up to Burgoon. Burgoon with Hap. Hap's going to take the zone, put on the brakes, back to Keone. He was coming in late. Newton gathers now, gets one over to Smith. Puck tied up in a loose stick on the ice. He's just going to send one towards the net, kick the side. Keone providing forecheck support as puck stays, just gets out of the zone. Big hit at center ice from Smith.
Oh, come on, boys.
Puck goes back to Hap. Hap sends one switched ice to Newton. Not able to get out of the zone. Smith gets one towards the blue line, and here comes
Go, go,
Hap
go.
now wide. Up towards Keone. Keone through the legs. Oh, whistle sounds for offsides. Just got tied up at the blue line, threw the cadence off a little bit, and whistle sounds for offside. Scouts get a change. Dietz, Hockenauer, Fitzpatrick with Juju and Natishin. Face-off one into the Houston zone, and they carry out through center ice into the Scouts zone. Natishin, real strong poke check, mid-boards far side, able to get it out of the zone, dances back in, and another whistle. Neutral zone face-off here. Dietz to take it, kicks it back towards Juju. Juju goes to Natishin. Natishin surveys, back to Juju. Pass goes through Hockenauer and all the way down for an icing. Regardless of the incompletion there, Juju's doing a great job getting that puck out of the defensive zone to crossing forwards.
Broke his stick. How the hell did he break his stick?
Another whistle as the Arrows goalie is going to get a new stick. This one is not broken in half. How'd that happen?
I went to throw the puck down the ice and it just snapped. I bet it was already broken. But didn't
Yeah.
know it.
All right, face-off now. Deep in the scout zone. Puck underneath the scout's net. Going to go far corner, Hockenauer. Hockenauer kicks one towards Fitzpatrick. Stays in the zone and cycles underneath their net again. Juju whiffs the passing attempt. As the Arrows, high slot. That one's knocked out of the zone.
Let's go.
Here comes
Let's go.
Fitzy. Far boards. Taken off the puck with a big hit through the neutral zone. As Juju not able to control that pass. Arrows intercepted Natishin.
Nice, Jack. Go, Jack. Go.
Natishin still on the puck. Gonna take the zone, come in wide. Near corner, loses
Jack.
an edge. Puck stuck underneath him. Somehow Jack still has the puck. Back to the blue line. All the way around by Hockenauer, who is covering for Jack. Hoffine now. Sends one over to Smith. Smith shot. Oh, that was actually a low pass to Gregory, who was charging hard on the net. Puck got through his stick. Near corner now.
Oh,
Deep
come on, boy.
loses another edge.
Losing edges here.
Oh, and then he swipes and takes a Houston player off his skate and is going to go to the box for tripping.
Totally incidental, but it doesn't really matter.
Completely incidental. But 2 minutes nonetheless. Scouts are going to be in charge of navigating the penalty kill here. 9:02 to play in the second.
What are we doing?
Houston goaltender is going to go for stick number 3. As we get back to play here, looks like we're good. Face off to the right of Geneva as Houston sets up their power play. Centering attempt is kicked aside by Gregory. Puck now behind the Scouts' net. Still on it. Centering. Pass does not complete, and Hoffine
Get out. Oh.
just able to get one out to center ice, and now Archer's in, one-on-one. He's going to go wide, taking off the puck. Centering. Way up high centering pass. A lot of contact below the net.
No.
Hoffine goes for the big final word finish through center ice. With the puck nowhere in sight. As this game is getting physical. Arrows now working the blue line.
Arch, get there.
Archer backhands
No,
one
you
towards the
have
blue line, but
time.
not out.
You have time.
Archer kicks one to the blue line. If he, Gregory
Good change.
gonna get a change. 40.
Get there, Griff.
44
Get there,
seconds
Griff.
remaining.
Oh, yes.
Griffin Happ now. Low in the zone, taking off the puck as a huge stretch pass. In alone. Score.
All right, boys.
Save or score?
Save.
Save. Save.
Way to go, Jake.
I saw our kids hitting the.
Whoa.
Man.
Glove save and a beauty.
Went in too.
I thought it's.
And I saw him do this. It was
He's like, I'm like.
Wow.
And I
All
saw
right.
Our kids like.
Geneva. Puck comes
Out
back
on
to
him.
the Arrows blue line, sent towards the net, goes wide. As the Scouts come out of the zone,
Nice
Griffin
job,
Happ now
Griff.
takes the zone, dumps one in deep.
There you go.
Happ and Dungy now, forechecking shorthanded.
Easy. Back now, back.
And they need to get back. Shorthanded.
Stand him up.
Arrows. Shot. Geneva save. Puck now far corner below the Scouts' net. Goes midboards. Swept in and below the net again, and Newton's going to take it. Get one up towards Keone. Keone's got half through center ice as we're back to full strength.
Yeah, there you go. There you go.
Scouts get a good change
Freeze it.
as the whistle sounds, and
I mean, he wasn't giving it up.
Arrows freeze the puck.
He should have gave it up, but he didn't.
Face off to the left of the Houston net. Back to full strength. Dietz, Hockenauer, Fitzpatrick out there with Smith and Hoffheim. Face off one into the corner. Fitzpatrick controls back to the blue line. Smith not able to handle it, and that puck gets out to center ice where Hoffheim cleans up. Sends one towards Dietz.
Go, Fitzy, let's
Fitzy
go,
controls,
bud.
takes the zone. Sends one towards the center with Hockenauer and Dietz both streaking towards the net. And here comes Houston through center ice. Beautiful back check by Archer Hoffheim. Puts his man on the ground and takes the puck.
I don't like that, though.
And here come the Scouts. Fitzy, Dietz, centering, kicked aside. Hockenauer's going to get there first. As Houston sweeps one back to center ice. Smith intercepted, shot, save. Smith up to Dietz. Dietz taken off the puck, and the hand goes in the air. And Scouts are going to go back to the man advantage as the old slew foot. Sweep him off his feet. And the Scouts go back to the man advantage. Up 3-0. Second period, 5:29 to play. Dungy, Duffy, Gregory with Newton and Natishin. Dungy takes the draw. Puck loose in the slot. Gregory, backhand.
God.
Cover.
Yeah, you want to...
Whistle sounds.
Dungy got upended pretty good there.
Duffy's always up for a conversation in front of the net. I love it. Dungy to Duffy. Midboards. Backhanded towards Duffy. Duffy's going to pit it. Look for some help. Gregory and Dungy both get there. Puck is still loose. Now comes near board. Still in the zone. Houston chips one towards center ice. Newton controls. Flips the field over to Natishin. Natishin, right idea, goes backhand towards Gregory, doesn't connect. Natishin, shot save from Dungy as the Scouts are really moving the puck nicely.
That's a
Great opportunity.
quick conversion from the shot right there to the goal.
Good vision there from Natishin. Working really well with that line. Keone, Happ, and Burgoon out there with Juju and Hoffheim. Minute 20 to play in the power play. Puck tied up towards Happ. Goes below the net. Keone's going to be there first. He's going to try to back one towards Happ. Arrows flip the field. Burgoon, midboards near side. Happ back to Burgoon. Burgoon back towards Happ. Happ now below the red line. Gonna survey. Golly. Turns it over, and here come the Scouts.
Interference.
And a whistle sounds for interference.
That's pretty weak. It's pretty weak.
Or our defenseman.
Some call it a little looser.
He's calling it interference every
Pretty
time.
tight to that.
As as Juju's going to go back to the box, and that will make this a 4-on-4 event for another 46 seconds. Puck sent deep into the Arrow zone. Dietz and Hockenauer were providing pressure. Houston goalie is decides to cover and take the face-off to his right. 4-on-4 for another 38 seconds here. Dietz back to Smith. Smith to Newton. Newton to Dietz. Dietz taking off the puck in the far corner. 1-on-2. Hockenauer going to provide support. Hockenauer on the backhand, controlling the puck. Kicks it to Smith. Smith to Newton. Newton centering pass. And Houston controls it, sends it all the way down. It's going to come up short of icing. So we will play the puck.
Oh, no,
Turns it over in front of the net. Jacob again forced to stand on his head. As now the puck comes out to center ice, where Houston will control, send it all the way down for an icing. Scouts get lucky there again. Turnover in front of their own net results somehow in a face-off down here in their offensive zone. Fitzy out there with Gregory, Natishin, and Hoffine. 4-on-4. Fitzpatrick tried to kick it back to Natishin. That pass is intercepted as the puck goes into the Scouts' defensive zone. Hoffine plays the body, and the hand goes up, and we'll have another penalty on the Scouts as Natishin touches up, and that's going to be an
like roughing.
elbow. Rough situation. Hoffine decided to play the body before the puck. He's going to go and think about it for 2 minutes. 2:58 to play in the second. Scouts still retaining a 3-0 lead, but a minor avalanche of screwy decision making here from the Scouts. Goal. Houston takes the draw, walks the blue line, and from the high slot, screened, scores the first goal of their game. 3-1 Scouts. Looks like this is going to stay 5-on-4. So Scouts still have quite a battle here as they will remain shorthanded as the back end of that
Good job.
offensive burst there from the Arrows was a 5-on-3 situation. Arrows take the zone, chip one to the center. Puck is kicked into the near corner, cycled underneath the net. Centering attempt intercepted by Duffy. And the Arrows are going to set it up now.
What's the kid in the center?
And another goal. For the Houston Arrows. So this one has gotten real close, real fast, as the Scouts take a couple penalties and are forced to pay for both of them. 3-2 Scouts, 2:08 to play in the second period, and we're back to full strength here. Hap, Burgoon, and Keone out there with Juju and Newton. Hap, center ice, up to Keone, turned over. Houston sends one in on net, and Geneva's going to glove it and hold it and reset for a face-off. This will come to his right. Hap will take it. Face-off controlled by Houston. Sent one in again on Jacob. And he's going to cover and try to do this again. Shot blocked. Keone now out of the zone with Burgoon.
Come on, buddy.
Hap trailing. Keone leaves it for Burgoon. High slot. Hap controlling. Sends one over towards Burgoon mid-boards. He's going to dump one around. Keone's going to be the first one there. Hap provides support. Puck chipped over his stick, and Houston's going to get out of the zone. Send one to center ice for Newton. Stops it. Juju, far corner. Houston now, mid-board, centering attempt, goes through everybody. Sends one back on net. Newton gonna cycle, look for his options. Newton still on the puck, through center ice. And here comes Houston. Houston walks the blue line and sends his own man offside, and the whistle sounds. So we'll have a neutral zone face-off here. 59 seconds remaining in the second period. Dietz, Fitzpatrick, Hockenauer out there with Hoffine and Smith. Smith's going to get a second chance to get this out of the zone. He sends one to Hoffine. Hoffine back to Smith. Smith, Fitzpatrick gets past him. Icing is waived as Fitzpatrick and Dietz will forecheck. Mid-boards out to center ice. That will go all the way down. If it makes it there, which it does, it'll be a whistle. 30 seconds with the face-off coming back into the Aero zone. Dietz, Hockenauer, Fitzpatrick will stay out there. Juju and Natishin now on the blue line. Dietz. Natishin center ice. Needs to wait for his team to clear, but he is turned over and hustles back
Nice hustle.
beautifully to get control of the puck. Bouncing along the blue line now, comes out to neutral zone. Fitzy with a backhand pass to Dietz. Center ice now. Here comes Houston. 2-on-2 as the centering pass is broken up, kicked over Geneva's head, and the buzzer sounds for the end of period number 2. Crazy period there as the Scouts got 2 quick goals early in the period to jump up to that 3-0 lead. But a couple turnovers and penalties for the Scouts resulted in 2 quick Arrows goals to bring this back into a competitive contest. All right, buzzer sounds. Third period getting ready to begin. Both teams using every second of this break to get motivated for what should be a very competitive third period.
kids out there, boys. Start this off. with-
Duffy, Dungy, Gregory going to be the first ones out with Natition and Juju. Center ice, face off, controlled by Juju. Backhands one to Natition. He tries to sweep one out of the zone, but it stays in. Puck now below the Scouts' net as Duffy controls. He has a little bit of time. Chips one towards Juju. Juju now streaking up, near side, going to take the zone wide. Backhand, centering attempt does not get all the way through as the Arrows sweep one out to center ice. Natition going to dump one all the way around.
Get there, bud. Get
Duffy
there.
and Gregory, first one's there. Centering attempt, slow. Houston comes out of the zone. Smith now banks one up towards Duffy. Smith again. Hoffine reaches for it and deflects into the Scouts bench, so that whistle will bring a neutral zone face-off. Hap, Keone, and Burgoon out there with Hoffine and Smith. Hap wins the face-off back to Smith. Up to Keone. Tries a one-touch pass to Hap, but doesn't connect. And here comes Houston into the zone. Controlling now near corner. Centering attempt. Shot goes wide. Keone. Cross-ice pass does not connect. Burgoon in pursuit. Keone now touches up, and the whistle sounds. Offside?
Yeah, it was awesome.
Offside. Neutral zone face-off. Hap gonna take it. Kicks one back to Newton. Newton flicks one up over Keone. Halfway into the zone, and Arrows send it all the way back down. Newton to chase. Newton swipes one over to Natition. Natition back to Newton. Newton to Natition, and here we go. Breakout. Natition towards Keone.
Nice.
Connects to Keone. Keone gets taken off the puck. Sends one on net. It is frozen. Shakes his head. Gets back up. And gets a fist bump from his teammates. Good shift there from Keone. Face off to the left of the Arrows net. Dietz, Hockenauer, and Fitzpatrick. Fitzpatrick, options. He goes back to Newton. Newton back to Fitzpatrick. Can't handle it. Far corner. Shielding with the body. Here comes Dietz. Hockenauer, back to Newton. Newton's going to cycle it back around. Fitzy will chase. Arrows go mid-board breakout. Opt to not take the stretch pass and just chip it in. Newton's going to chase. He's going to get behind his net, send it around. Fitzy, mid-board's near side. Puck makes its way out to center ice where the Arrows will chip it and chase it. Natition. Strong on the puck with options. Stretch to Fitzpatrick. He's taken off the puck, and he will pull a U-turn for a change.
They sent it.
Goalie freezes it, and a face-off.
Sorry. I didn't see that. I was like, how's that an icing? Ignore me over here, trying to look through a tiny viewfinder.
Face-off goes out of the zone. Hoffine's forced to retreat. Chips one up towards Juju. Juju up to center ice, where the Arrows chip one in. Good forechecking pressure from the Arrows as Duffy chips one out to center ice. Puck is lost. There it is. Up Duffy's pants. Neutral zone face-off. 12:04 to play. Dungy to take the face-off. Still out there with Gregory and Duffy. Puck swept in offsides and another whistle.
So close.
Dungy, Duffy, Gregory stay out there with Hoffine and Juju on the blue line. Puck comes out through center ice and into the scout zone. Arrows, centering. Superman Duffy breaks up the centering attempt, and now the scouts are out of the zone with speed. And the scouts collect. Smith now sends one into the zone for a chase. Smith on an aggressive forecheck.
Nobody at the point.
As Newton now is forced to take his man off the puck. Somehow the Arrows are on a 3-on-1 break. Send one back around. Nice job by Newton, who saved the day there. Beautiful save from Newton. Dungy sends one in and around. He's going to get a change as Burgoon, Hap, and Keone are back out there with Nutrition, and that's flagged down with a high stick, and a whistle sounds. Smith got caught real deep in the offensive zone there, and Newton had to back check hard to tie up his man and avoid effectively it was a 3-on-1 in front of Jacob. 11:06 to play in the third. Hap, Burgoon, Keone, Nutrition, and Juju. Juju controls, comes awkwardly out in front of Geneva, but cleared aside by Nutrition and Hap as their puck is checked out of the zone. And the Arrows will regroup. Forechecking pressure there from Burgoon. Gets out of the zone. Petition to Hap. Hap goes backhand in deep, and the Scouts are going to get a change as Dietz forechecking. Burgoon still near corner. Going to tie it up. Puck under there somewhere. Sort of loose. Hand pass. Hoffine. Midboards near side to Hockenauer. Dietz swipes one over to point, but it comes out of the zone. And here come the Arrows. Chip it into the zone, and they'll be the first one there. Oh, beautiful save from Jacob. As the Arrow forechecking pressure getting a little stronger here. Whistle sounds, 9:51 to play in the third. Scouts still have that 3-2 lead. Dietz to take the draw to the left of Jacob. Smith up to Hockenauer, up to Fitzy. Fitzy's going to take the zone, and he is in all alone. Fitzy, goal! That is exactly what the Scouts needed right there.
Way to hustle.
Another very efficient exit from their own zone as Fitzy in a burst of speed goes wide around his man and slides one in. Looked like 5-hole for the fourth goal of the game, and to give the Scouts a little cushion here. This line will stay out. Newton and Nutrition on the blue line.
Up, up, up.
Puck dances back into the Arrow zone. Dietz on the forecheck. Gregory to Newton.
No.
Newton tries to stretch to Hockenauer. Just gets outside of his reach, but Scouts turn it over. Ooh, just kicked back out to center ice. Newton, nice job to Nutrition. Stretch through the center to Gregory. Gregory up to Dungy. And now Dungy's in with Gregory and Duffy. Duffy taking off the puck as the puck comes out to center ice. Nutrition to Newton. Newton back to Nutrition. Has
Look up
Duffy
the boards.
near boards.
There you go.
Bank shot to him. Tip through center ice. Gregory taking off the puck. And Dungy is going to send one on net.
Oh, that almost accidentally slid in.
Goalie tried to kick it to the corner but missed.
Just about opened yourself
And luckily, kept it out of the net. Face off to the left of the Houston net. Dungy, Duffy, and Gregory stay out there with Hoffine and Juju on the blue line. Face off tied up. Back to Juju. He pinches, but it gets past him. 2-on-1 Houston. Archer. Beautiful save by Archer as the puck just climbs over the net. And the Scouts avoid.
Good enough. That's a good calm it down.
Big 2-on-1 rush there. Juju pinched at the point and puck got up over his stick, and Archer did a nice job tying his man up. Hap, Keone, and Burgoon out there now. As Houston takes control of the face-off and sends one in on Jacob and gets just underneath his stick for Houston's third goal of the game. Got a good one on our hands here.
Get this one back.
Hap, Keone, and Burgoon stay out there with Newton and Smith. Face off one, controlled by Hap, sends it back to Newton. Newton
Hit it.
up towards Keone. Keone bumped off the puck as it goes into the Arrow zone. Burgoon on an aggressive forecheck takes his man out. Smith now. Smith whiffs on the pass to Hap, turns it over in his own zone. Arrows from below the net, out in front, beautiful save as Burgoon sweeps it behind the net and out to
Go
Keone.
Keone, go Keone.
Keone.
That's off.
Taken off the puck, but swept into the zone offside, and the whistle sounds. Dietz, Hockenauer, Fitzpatrick with Natishin and Juju. Face off one towards Hockenauer. Ties it up near boards. Natishin over to Juju. Turns it over. High slot. Shot goes deflected towards Geneva. Swept aside. Still out in front. And here comes Fitzpatrick as he touches up. And the whistle sounds. And Juju's going to go back to the box. And the Scouts are going to go shorthanded. Don't know what the call was. It was definitely behind the play. Scouts retain the 4-3 lead with 7:19 left. You're going to have to kill 2 minutes shorthanded here. Puck comes loose through the slot. Hockenauer controls, goes cross ice to Dietz, and Dietz is in. Shot off the post and into the netting. What a shorthanded opportunity there. It's a beautiful stretch pass from Hockenauer to Dietz. Did a great job to stay on his feet and on the puck. Create that opportunity. Face off one into the near far corner underneath the Arrow net. Stays there as they'll set up their power play rush. Stretch pass, blue line, high slot. The shot is deflected
Good
high
stick. Good stick.
and over the net into the netting. And the whistle sounds. 1:25 left in the Scouts penalty. Face off to the left of Geneva here. Arrows control below the net, centering a pass.
Easy, boys.
Arrows control, dot, back to the blue line. Back midboards, good stick by Duffy, who sends one all the way down for an icing, but Nonetheless, good effort from Duffy on the near boards here. 6:27 to play in the game. 1:07 remaining in the penalty to Juju. Duffy to take it. Ties his man up. Puck goes back to the blue line for a shot. Blocked by Smith. Puck now below the red line.
Archer, get there.
Offline provides support. Back to the blue line. Comes back below.
Oh, back.
Shot goes off of Jacob's mask high. And Duffy will control and send one all the way down the ice for icing again.
It's all right. Maybe it wasn't going to do it.
Jacob shakes that one off.
Nice job, Jake.
Do this again as Gregory's coming in for the faceoff. He's with Keone.
Nope.
Shot goes wide. Keone chases it as he sends it out of the zone, and that will dribble back towards the Arrows blue line. They'll circle for one more rush here and take the zone. Couple good sticks from the Scouts' defense, but Arrows still have control. Natition blocked. Arrows below the Scouts' net. Arrows
Nice too.
save.
Nice job, Jake.
Side,
Get there, Gregory.
as no Scouts chasing. Gregory,
Backside.
Natition now. Arrows still on the puck. Short side, and that shot goes wide. Newton.
Too many on who?
Okay, so as the Scouts penalty expired,
Oh, we get another one. Good job.
whistle sounds for too many men on the
out
ice.
there, bud. You're fantastic.
And the Scouts are going to have to do another 2 minutes shorthanded here. Holy cow, as Keone wins the faceoff back on net.
Hey.
Jacob has to stand on his head for friendly fire. Clearing attempt waved off, full icing, so here come the Arrows. Still on the man advantage. They're going to take the zone, send one towards Jacob, and kicks it aside. Smith gets
Skate
there.
to it.
Arrows out in front. Centering pass, just not able to control it. Archer now, still on the puck. Going to carry it out of the zone, shorthanded. Archer's going to go wide, stays on the puck,
Damn it,
turns
get
it
back.
over on the blue line. Here come the Arrows.
Get out.
Into the Scout
There you
zone,
go.
and Hockenauer sweeps one out. Icing is waved to chew up another couple seconds on this penalty. Here come the Arrows into the zone. Shot towards Jacob. He kicks it to the side. Juju out there. Centering attempt.
Nice
Swept
job,
aside
Jack.
by Petition as the Arrows dump it in deep again. Below the net. Centering. Kicked aside from the dot now. Jack, another deflection. Jack sweeps it up towards Dietz. Dietz banks one all the way down the ice. And that will go for icing. Oh, wait. Nope. Fitzy wins the battle to that
Nice
puck.
hustle. Graham, nice hustle, buddy.
But the whistle sounds for icing. 29 seconds remain in the Scouts' second consecutive penalty here in the third. 3:35 left in the game. Fitzpatrick and Duffy out there with Newton and Smith. Newton kicks one around to Smith. Duffy there, mid-boards, far side. Puck tied up. Puck remains tied up as it squirts out, and here come the Arrows. They're going to set up. High slot shot. Glove save. Pad save. Beautiful job from Jacob. As here comes another give and go. Into the middle. Fitzy takes his man off the puck. Still in the zone. Arrows still controlling. Centering. Out. Not out of the zone. Shot. Blocked from Duffy. Duffy up towards Happ. Happ's in all alone. Shorthanded. Griffin Happ. Goal!
Way to go, Griff. Way to go.
Wow. What a pass.
Fantastic.
What a pass.
Nice job, boys. Nice job.
Wow. This game has had some turns. Who passed that up?
Is that Duffy?
Duffy to Happ.
I think. 'Cause I think he
Spins him
took
around.
it right in the chest.
Great control and in alone. As the Scouts take a 5-3 lead with 2:48 left in the game. Don't know if that will go down as a shorthanded goal, but it certainly was. Majority of it was on the penalty kill. Scouts now buzzing, having killed four straight minutes of penalties. Whistle sounds for icing, and this will go all the way back down to the Arrows side of the ice. What a game.
Yep.
What a game. Happ back out there with Duffy and Keone, Natishan and Newton on the blue line. Natishan sends one into the Arrow zone, but not all the way deep. Icing waved again. Newton sends one around to Duffy, who is able to sweep it out to Happ, and Happ's in alone again. Happ with the open net. Shot goes wide. There's a goalie in there now.
Was he already
He
out?
was halfway to the bench. Happ had the open net, missed the net. Arrows now out in front alone from the high spot, goes way over the net. Duffy deflected towards the blue line. Arrows providing a lot of pressure now, and Duffy sweeps one out to center ice. 1:29 left in the game. Arrows take the zone. Natishan. Duffy again. Duffy to Happ. Happ backhands one into the zone
No ice? No.
from the wrong side of the red line, and icing is called. 1:14 left in the game. Arrows have the extra skater. Empty net. Hockenauer, Dietz, Fitzpatrick with Hoffine and Juju. Face off to the right of Geneva. Tumbling around now at the blue line. Shot goes towards Geneva wide. Hoffine will get there first. Big backhand is all alone. All alone in front. The Arrows score. With 1 minute left, they make it 5-4. Beautiful centering pass, all alone in front. And the Arrows climb back into this thing. Dungy, Burgoon, and Gregory out there now with Natishan and Juju. Face-off coming. 1 minute left in this game. Juju back to Natishan. Puck hops over his stick. Arrows now have control. They are in and still on an advantage. Shot goes deflected high and into the netting. 47 seconds remaining. Empty net still on the Arrow side of the ice, so they are 6 skaters to the Scouts 5. Natishan, Dungy, Burgoon out there with Juju and Gregory. Burgoon sends one all the way down the ice, and it's going to go wide.
Good try, bud.
Icing called. 42 seconds remaining.
You're so good.
Face off to the left of Jacob.
Somebody on their
Dungy,
horse getting
Burgoon,
too far
Gregory
forward.
with Juju and Natishan. swept into the near corner. Juju sends it around. Midboards, near side, puck tied up. Puck is still tied up, comes out. Arrow centering. Backhand, save. The Titian sweeps to the side and not out of the zone. Burgoon,
It's out.
that is out of the zone. And a whistle sounds for offside. Late whistle, but gosh, looked like the correct one.
Yeah, I think it was definitely out.
20 seconds remaining. 5-4 scouts, empty net. Arrows have 6 skaters on the ice. Hockenauer, Fitzy, and Dietz. Shot, blocked, swept aside. Back to the blue line, there's Dietz. Dietz sends one all the way down and in the net. Empty net goal. With 8 seconds remaining. Refuse to call this game over based on how it's gone, but the Scouts take a 6-4 lead on the empty net goal from Declan Dietz. Eight seconds remaining. Dietz to take the face off with Fitzy and Hockenauer. Back to Juju. Juju chips one into the zone. Fitzy chases. Fitzy on the backhand, centering to Hockenauer. Swept aside. Buzzer sounds, and the Scouts get a huge win. And they swarm Jacob. What a beautiful game from Jacob. And an exciting 6-4 win over the Houston Junior Arrows. Scouts will hit the handshake line and try to go get some energy for a 9:15 game this evening back here at Farmers Branch against the Texas Heat. Thank you, everybody. Thanks for joining us. And we will see you in about 4 hours for game number 4.
That was crazy. Crazy game.
What a game.